Hey, this is Lewis again, and just following on from the second video for the product that I showed you, which was the blackhead removal face mask. I'm going to talk to you about another product now that has kind of come about word of mouth, and I have actually seen it via a sponsored advert on Facebook for a particular category niche again that I'm in on the likes of eBay and Amazon, which is toys and games. And it seems to be a very, very popular product at the moment with the kids, in particularly at schools. It is going to be one of those fad products that probably will only have a lifespan of maybe 3 months, something like that. There may be different variants of the product, etc., but I'll talk you through those now. I'll give you some details of the product so you can have a look at it. And if you're quick, you might just be able to get onto this product now and actually make a bit of a decent margin with it. So when I came across the item and when I heard about it, I quickly went to sort of eBay to have a look at it. So I put in sort of the main name for what it is, which is it's a fidget spinner, and I think it was originally designed for kids that may have, attention deficit disorder, some sort of kind of hand device that you can use it to kind of release stress and tension and anxiety, etc. But it's just one of those things that have just sort of blown up in the UK at the moment, and become a very, very sort of popular item, as I say, with kids at school. So if we do a quick search on eBay, we can get a bit of an idea of what's happening. So obviously it defaults to the best match algorithm on eBay, so it's just going to bring up kind of the most popular sort of listings that are on there, and we'll just scroll through and have a look at it. So this is basically it. It's a fidget spinner. You place it in between your finger and your thumb and you spin it. That's pretty much basically it. There's not a lot to it, though there are a couple of different variations of it. And what I was thinking when I was looking to sell this product was to try and identify its target market, because there are high-end versions of this product, and then there's some really cheap and cheerful versions of this product. And when you sort of look at the two sort of demographics, are you looking at sort of primary school or are you looking at secondary school for this? And I think it's more popular with secondary school kids, sort of older kids that may be coming into exams or that are in the skateboarding, BMXing scene, etc. And it's just one of those things to have in your pocket, and to be able to play with and stuff. Maybe to get rid of anxiety if you're talking to girls or whatever, as lads would normally do. So let's just have a look and have a scroll down and see what's happening. So this is a particular version. It's a sponsored advert on eBay. So let's have a look at it. Now I don't believe it's going to cost £1.05. I think that is just a marketing ploy that you can add in there, so you can order like I don't know, is it a stylus pen 2 pack? Yeah, so a stylus pen 2 pack is £1.05. But if we actually want to buy one of these spinners in black, it's going to cost us £4.85. The reason why people do that is because of the way the best match algorithm works. It does actually factor in price. So because it's obviously a multi sort of listing with all the different colours and stuff like that, if we add that in and we search by the lowest price first, then it's going to bring up this listing, which is a stylus pen, but ideally, we want one of these. So 5.29 for an orange one, 4.75 for a green one. So for some reason, maybe orange ones are popular, or that particular person's running low. If we have a look in units sold, so 666 units sold, and again, we're the first today. And if we scroll down, we can see a number of proportion of the sales are coming through today. I won't be surprised if this person has sold 100 units just today, like with the last listing. Yep, this page shows 100 transactions out of 660 sold just today, so all on the first. So it's got a very, very good sales throughput. Let's keep on scrolling and having a look and seeing what else is out there. So we've got them with the lights, got them that glow in the dark. A 5 pack here for £10.50. Again, more lights, more glow in the dark. Keep scrolling. Another one here that's it's obviously selling different variations at 266 units sold. Keep scrolling. That's an interesting one. Let's have a look at this. So sponsored advert. Let's have a look if 219 is the real sale price or not. 259 for that one. Army C 259 for that one. 549 for that one. Let's just standard red 249. Okay, so they're selling them again very, very cheap. Obviously playing the sort of volume game, so 11,234 units sold. And again, let's just check the throughput on this. So as I said, 1st of May today, and as we can see, loads of sales coming through just on the 1st of May. So yeah, 100 transactions just today alone for that particular product. Now this product hasn't been out that long, so again going back to the blackhead removal sort of face mask, I would say this advert has probably only been active on Facebook for a couple of months, but at that throughput, and again if you're only making very, very small margins, you know, you're making the major profit over sort of that throughput of sales really. And this product hasn't faded yet. I would say, you know, you're going to get a good couple of months out of this. Maybe through to the UK summertime holidays. Not so sure. But, you know, we can see. We can certainly see. So, you know, throughput sales, amazing. You know, 11,000 units sold there. We'll keep scrolling and see what other variations there are. So it's like some sort of aluminium one there. Again, different shaped one. These look quite funky, different colours. $33 units of that one sold, different sort of rainbow coloured one. Well, that's quite funky. Rainbow aluminium metal. Is metal. So the others were plastic. This is metal, so they've gone for the high-end sort of market at $11.99. And 403 units sold. So that's interesting. 138 units sold in 24 hours. So again, you know, good high through sales put on this. And you know, it's at the higher end of the market where the others were like, you know, 249, etc. 11.99. And I think the market on that is more in place with, you know, the older kids really, sort of, you know, 13, 14, 15 and 16 onwards would be looking at that. As I say, primary school, you're probably looking at the cheaper, lower end quality market. So this company's in Bedfordshire. And you know, they're obviously making some good sales on that, some very, very good sales indeed. So that's, you know, that's what you've got to consider. You've got to look at both ends of the market, you know, whether you want to go bottom end, middle of the road, or high end, really, like that. So let's go and have a look in China, and we'll type in fidget. Oh, I'll tell you what, the one other thing, because they do a cube as well, so let's put that in, fidget cube, because that was the main one that I saw originally. This was the original one that I saw advertised on Facebook, and then there was different variant, and then I heard about the actual spinner one. So this is quite good. So they do like a cube one with different things that you can press and turn, etc. For fidgeting. It was more like of an office sort of desk toy, really. So as you can see, 6,118 units sold. Now look at the different variants. So that one's $5.95. What we've got here again, $5.95. And we just click into the sales, have a look. Again, 1st of May, massive sales throughput. So great volume item that's selling. So let's go and have a look on DHgate. So put in fidget spinner, and we'll see what comes up. So it's brought the cube ones up first, so they're coming in at $1.66. Then obviously we've actually got the ones that we've seen there, sponsored advert, $1.1 to $1.57. So we can have a look at the packaging of how it'll come packaged. And again, packaging is very, very key. In particular, if you're sending something into Amazon FBA, you know you can just attach your barcode label to the outer packaging here, and then just basically put all these in a box and send it off to Amazon FBA, and away you go. And then allow them to obviously pack that and ship that out to your customers. So I'll just get a little bit more information from this particular supplier. Have a look at the product in a little bit more detail. So all the different colours there. So let's go back and just have a scroll and see what's coming up. Different styles and different types. So some different coloured ones there that look quite cool. And really, it's all about having a look what's out in the marketplace already and trying to find a unique selling point or a unique selling aspect to the product that you're going to import that maybe is going to, outrival the competition that's already out there in these marketplaces. So a lot of them are all these sort of plain colours. If you can start mixing the colours up, they may be more popular than just the plain colours. Something to certainly do your research on. So this looks like a high-end one, ceramic ball bearing, and I believe some spin for like 3 or 4 minutes, some spin only for a few seconds. So if that's the intended nature of the actual product to time how long it spins for, then maybe you want to go high-end. And that's something that you could outrival and use as a unique selling aspect to your product, that it's got a ceramic ball bearing in it, that obviously increases the spin of the actual product, and is better than the competition. So again, color wise, they look quite good with the colored bearings inside. It's slightly different to the black ones that I've seen that are just like that. So those colors with that combination might be a better unique selling aspect. Let's quickly have a look at what it is via price. So that's interesting. Look at the price aspect on this, of obviously what's throwing up first. That's quite good that they do the spare parts for these, and you can see here they've got the different coloured sort of bearings there, and they're quite cheap. So what you could do to maybe outrival your competition is actually buy separate coloured bearings. So when you sell your product, it comes with 2-3 bearings, or 3 different multicolored bearings, etc., just to set yours apart. Obviously you'd add a little bit of an additional cost on top of that, so you're not losing out totally. But as opposed to rather making a profit on the bearing, you could use them as what's known as a loss leader. So you basically sell them out at cost, and you make your profit on the main sort of unit itself. So that might be something to look at. Let's see what else they do. So it looks like we've got again plastic shells and stuff like that for them. So you can maybe, instead of doing the bearings, do the shells. These look to be the really cheap. I've actually had a look at these, and these are really cheap. So they haven't actually got a bearing inside them. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, what's actually inside them and how that spins. And again, the packaging looks very, very cheap. Now, that's not to say that these won't sell. You could literally go bargain basement, and if parents are looking for these as cheaply as possible for their kids that may be, primary school level, that going to get broken, lost, or whatever, then maybe cheap end is the way to go on these. But I think from having a look at the market, if I was selling this product, I'd want to go middle of the road or sort of high end, really, like we saw with those quite tricky coloured metal type ones that were selling for £11 odd. So again, yeah, loads of the cheap ones, loads of the spares, again different coloured bearings. We've got cases for them. Okay, that's quite good. So there's a metallic one. So metallic metal colour. So I'm assuming they're basically plastic, aren't actually metal, and they've just got like a chrome finish on. But that looks quite good, and that's different. That's what stands out from the rest. So they might be a very good sort of supplier to shortlist and have a look at. And the pricing seems not bad as well. another one here sponsored. Let's have a quick look at that. That's coming at 1.1 to 1.57. Again, packaging looks pretty good. Let's see what else is coming up. Cheap as chips. Some more of the plastic ones. More of those that have actually got the bearings, but like a black coloured bearing. That's got blue coloured bearings on it. And those look, those look not too bad actually. So we can get 100 for, oh, they're quite funky in the green. And the sort of greeny turquoise inner bearings. Now I like those, they're quite good. So we can get mixed colours. Okay, so that price doesn't seem too bad actually. So that's coming in $1.30 per unit for 100 units, which is not bad. And again, it's it's free shipping to the UK via DHL, 2 to 6 days. So that's not bad at all. So more of the cheap ones, different styled ones here. Don't know if I like the look of those, but certainly worth investigating and seeing if the marketplace is there for them. Okay, so here's some really cheap ones. Again, very, very cheap, $66 for those. More bearing ones. Metal spinner, okay. So this looks like the high grade aluminium ones. Yeah, this is the high grade aluminium ones. And look at the retail packaging as well. It's very, very different. Again, looks to be some sort of aluminium alloy type packaging. So we saw these that were selling for, I think it was $11.95 on eBay, high end. So the pricing's not bad. Again, free shipping to the UK, depending on how many units. If you wanted to order 200 units, because that other guy, he was selling 100 a day. So depending on what on what your capital outlay is going to be, or what funds you've got available to you, you could go up to 1,000 units if you wanted to. They'd be coming down quite considerably to $3.86. Yeah, not bad at all actually. I quite like that, so I'm going to add that to my favourites. Default list. We'll go and continue shopping. So obviously we're just searching via price, just to reiterate that, and see what else there is. Keyring fidget spinner. Okay. Oh, that's quite cool. So they've got like a keyring version. That's not bad. Again, something different I've not seen. That might be worth investigating. Or packaging it along with the actual spinner itself as a loss leader. So you've got that unique selling aspect. And particularly if you're selling it onto Amazon FBA, you're not likely to get your listing hijacked, because I haven't seen anyone else selling spinners with one of these. So that's quite good. I'd also imagine if you were buying quite a few numbers of units, especially if you're looking at 1,000 units plus, I reckon you could definitely brand these, as in branding the packaging and maybe putting a brand logo onto the center cap piece of these, just to add a little bit more kudos to your product, build a brand around it, and hopefully that should help you sell the product over your rivals. So again, yeah, there's a chain thing coming in 1,000 pieces. So definitely worth recommending looking at that, and just going a few levels deeper, up to maybe page 10, and just seeing what else stands out. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the fidget cube, because that was, as I say, the first one that I originally came across. Let's see what we're looking at here. Okay. Let's look at this sponsored one. So packaging looks pretty good. I like the colours. Yeah, they're really cool. Packaging looks really good. Free shipping via DHL. So definitely worth having a look at. Let's just scroll down the listing. Alright, so you can choose from all the different colours. So maybe you could do your research on eBay and just click into sales made, and have a look, because it'll specify, because they're a multi sort of category listing for the different colours, and just picking out which are the more popular colours. So when you actually go to order these with your Chinese supplier on here, you can say, yeah, I want 50 of number 10, only maybe 20 of number 11 or something like that, because it might not be as popular. Yeah, packaging certainly looks good. Quite a lot of detail on here, which is not bad at all. Again, we could keep scrolling and just seeing if anything else turns up that's slightly different. Here we go, slightly different. And this is what I mean by these very, very small advantages, these unique selling aspects, to be able to outrival your competition. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this quickly, but on this one here, there's like a little keychain to it. See how it's got the chain on there? So it's got a little cutout part in the end of the cube where it's got a threaded keychain. Now, I've not seen that on any of those that are currently advertised on eBay. So that is your unique selling aspect. That's pretty cool. Obviously, you could put them on again on a chain, or have them in your pocket, put them around your wrist, and just play with it in your hand. So that is a unique selling. So I would now have a look for sellers that have the keychain aspect to it, because I've not seen those. That's a level up from the sellers that have already got the standard cube type, but don't have the sort of keychain aspect to it. And while I'm here, I'm going to add that to my favourites as well. So all in all, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything more that I can really kind of say on these two products, other than if you want a piece of the market, you've got to take action. You've got to do your research, take action, and look at these unique selling aspects of what you can do with your product to get a little bit ahead of the curve. Because obviously they're already selling on eBay, so by the time you get your products into the eBay platform or the Amazon FBA platform, you're possibly potentially going to be a week to 2 weeks on further down the line, and the market may have moved. So that's why you've got to sort of, when you're looking at trends like this, just seeing if there's anything slightly different to the product that you can then, obviously when you get yours in, you're different from the market that's there, but obviously it's going to add a more perceived value to your product. So when you jump straight onto these platforms, you're hopefully going to be outselling the competition and making sales straight away.